The Little Astronaut, Dawa's Journey to Space by OxMedia. Soon the Earth's moon comes into view. What are those huge hollow circles on its surface? Dawa asks. They are called impact craters. Many giant rocks from space called meteors have hit its surface, and since there is no air on moon, they have been preserved like this for billions of years, Nima explains. How far is the moon from Earth? Dawa asks. Approximately 385,000 kilometers, Nima replies. That seems pretty far, Dawa says. Well, there is a thing about the moon, says Nima. From Earth, we can only see one side of its surface. That's why it looks the same all the time. Nima continues, also the moon is important to Earth. Without it, our climate would fail. I'm proud of my name, says Dawa. Yes, you and I were both important to Earth, says Nima. The two of them share a hearty laugh. As Nima and Dawa continue to admire the silent moon, satellites and asteroids pass by their spacecraft. What are these objects? Asks Dawa. They are called satellites. In fact, any object that goes around a bigger object is called a satellite. The moon is Earth's natural satellite, Nima explains. Do they serve any purpose? Asks Dawa. Of course they do, Dawa, says Nima. Man-made satellites are very useful. They help us communicate over long distances. Radio, television, and cell phones work because of satellites. Many countries have launched their own satellite into Earth's orbit, says Nima. What about Bhutan? Dawa asks. Yes, we have done it as well. In 2018, Bhutan launched its first satellite called Bhutan 1, says Nima. Wow, who built it? Asks Dawa. Our own space engineers, says Nima. I want to build satellites for my country when I grow up, Dawa says with determination. Dawa and Nima are now approaching Mars. It looks dusty, windy, and barren. You know, Dawa, says Nima, Mars is called the red planet because it appears like a red dot when seen from Earth. What is special about Mars? Dawa wants to know. The surface of Mars has dry riverbeds, which means there might have been liquid water on its surface in the past, Nima says. Like Earth, Mars has seasons, polar ice caps, volcanoes, canyons, and weather. The duo's next stop is Jupiter. Nima tells Dawa that it is the biggest planet in the solar system. It's bigger than all the planets put together, Nima says. In fact, Jupiter is so big that it can easily fit 1,300 Earths inside it. Wow, that sounds cool, says Dawa. Nima continues. Jupiter is known for its giant red spot. It's actually a storm that has been raging for more than 300 years. Can we stop by at Jupiter? Asks Dawa. No, we can't, says Nima. Our spacecraft will be sucked into Jupiter's stomach. You see, Jupiter is made up of gas, so it is impossible to land there. Well then, off we go to the next planet, says Dawa. The next planet looks even more exotic. Dawa can see the most beautiful rings surrounding it. Nima reads Dawa's curiosity. The rings of Saturn are made of ice, dust, and rocks, he says. Some of these rocks are as big as our homes, and others are as large as mountains. How do these rings keep flying around Saturn if they are so heavy? Asks Dawa. The gravity of Saturn holds these rings in place, says Nima. Silly me, how could I forget about gravity so fast? Dawa chides herself. Dawa is even more amazed when Nima tells her that Saturn's density is less than that of water. If you were to immerse Saturn in water, it will float, but it's the second biggest planet in the solar system. And you would have to find a really, really big tub, says Nima. Can you see that planet there? Nima points at Uranus. Dawa nods her head, peering at the planet. It's another gas giant, says Nima. It's so far away from the sun that it takes Uranus 84 years to go around the sun, or say make one revolution. Well, that sounds like a person's entire lifetime, says Dawa. Yes, Nima laughs. As they travel further and further, Neptune comes into view. This is the last and the farthest planet in the solar system, Nima says. It seems dark and cold out there, Dawa exclaims. That's because poor Neptune is so far away from the sun, Nima says. Dawa imagines a freezing Neptune, like the cold snowball she makes every time snow falls in her village. Did you know that an unmanned spacecraft called Voyager took 12 years to reach near Neptune from Earth? Nima says. Dawa shakes her head. Also, Neptune is the windiest planet in the solar system, and supersonic winds keep blowing on its surface, says Nima. I am sure the winds there will blow away our spacecraft as well, says Dawa. Of course, that's why we are not stopping there, Nima laughs. Here we go, a relieved Nima says. How about if we go home now? Dawa is disappointed that the space tour is over so fast. Can't we see more? Dawa pleads. We will go on our next adventure soon, says Nima. You see, the solar system is only a small part of the vast galaxy. What is a galaxy? Dawa is curious. A galaxy is a large group of stars, gas, and dust bound together by gravity. Nima explains our solar system is a tiny part of a galaxy known as the Milky Way because it appears like a milky band of light in the sky. Most of the stars we see in the night sky are a part of the Milky Way, Nima adds. Will I ever get to explore the whole universe? Dawa asks. Well, that should not be impossible, says Nima. But for now, let's go back home. Dawa continues to peer at the wonders of the universe as the spacecraft makes a swift turn for the return journey to Earth. There is so much to see and so much to learn, she thinks. As they approach Earth, Nima tells her to hold tight, as the landing could be rough sometimes. Dawa closes her eyes and says a prayer. The landing is smooth, but she can faintly hear someone calling out her name and pulling at her spacesuit. Dawa, wake up! It's breakfast time! It's her mother tugging at her blankets. Aren't you going to school today? Her mother asks. Dawa opens her eyes and smiles at her mother. Amma, I just had the most beautiful dream ever, she says. What did you dream about? Her mother asks. I went on the tour of the outer space, says Dawa, and I want to become an astronaut when I grow up. Well, whatever that is, now dress up and eat your breakfast, her mother says. As she walks to school, Dawa looks for the moon in the sky, and the moon is there, faithful as always, looking pale and beautiful. Ah, that's me, Dawa the moon, she thinks. Dear friends, my journey to outer space was extraordinary. I enjoyed every bit of it, and Astronaut Nima was a wonderful guide.